All right, so like with everything else I do, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. I just take a short piece of chain, and then I'll take this bolt. Wow, do I really do it like this? This is crazy. All right, I'm gonna take this bolt and this guy, put it through here. Wait, is this how I... Okay, I think it goes the other way. I don't want to hit the rail right there. I don't want to hit the fuel rail and mess that thing up. So I think it goes this way. I don't really like tighten that up all the way. All right, so I mean, that looks pretty good. So yeah, that's that. And then have another similar piece of chain. And this is more just kind of to steady the thing. And so the forklift, this wraps around the forklift. So I'm gonna just get it set up, and then I'll show you how it's set up after it's done. All right, I think I hooked this thing up different every time. So, I don't know, take this with a grain of salt, because I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, so this guy, I'm gonna put some tension on this, and there's a hole in the fork right here. And then after I get some tension on this, I'm gonna just drop this so that the thing doesn't slide backwards and forwards. So I'm gonna get some tension on, then we'll put that bolt in there. Snap the brake booster line. Oh, oops. I hope that just unscrews. Oopsie. I disconnected it, but I just forgot to move it over. What else we got here? Okay, everything else looks good. Dagnabbit. It almost was clean. Oh, this guy was hooked right here. Alright, I think it can come out now. Oops, I'll pick this up. We don't smash this anywhere. All right, now I'm gonna just get some straps and strap this thing down. I think this thing's pretty stable right now. Yeah, maybe I'll strap it down and then I'll take the chains off. So looks like it came out unharmed. I didn't damage the rail or anything like that, so we sacrificed a brake boost line. I had disconnected it, but I just forgot to untangle it from the mess. So looks good. All right. A couple of quick notes. So I want to make you guys, every time I forget that you don't need to cut the zip ties on this guy. There's some big ones right here, and I caught myself halfway through before, so I didn't cut these guys. But all these wires stay with the motor when you have the wiring harness go to it. And one thing I did forget to do, I forgot to disconnect the air compressor wire that goes with the engine. And so I think that's it. Obviously I broke this guy right here, but what are you gonna do? So here it is. It looks pretty clean here. So we've got both of the motors back out, and so now I'm leaning back towards doing the cab swap. And so here's where I'm at. I started right here just to kind of get a feel for what was going on. So this is going to make this actually a lot easier. So the way they built this is this little guy just kind of slides in here. So it slides in the slot right here. So this is all going to self-align. So that front bar that goes across right here, you're not going to disturb that. Like, as long as you get the cab at the doors right, then this is all going to end up right. So the way we're going to do that is, obviously it's going to get jacked up, and I'm going to, loosen the struts and everything. And so then I'm just going to come in here and cut all the way down here. And then when I cut and get the whole cab off, then there's going to be room to drill out all these spot welds. And then I'm going to go back over to the other van and do it the opposite way, because the other van, we don't care about the frame rails on the other one. So I'm going to just chop the whole cab with the frame, turn it over, and then drill from this side, just drill all the way through. And so then when we go to put it back on, there'll be holes through it here where I can re-weld all the spots, and then this will still be undisturbed like this. So I think that's where we're at. And then right here, I'm just going to, I'm going to have to unbolt all these bolts right here to do all this. And then I'm just going to put a small weld here and then on the back side, just to keep, I don't know if there's an adjustment with the front end, but I want to keep the front end where it is. So I'm just going to do a quick spot weld on all those corners. And yeah, we'll progress from here. And the cool thing about this wiring, so I mean, this, like, you're like, oh my God, there's so much wiring and stuff like that. But this wiring goes back under the cab, underneath the front seat right there. And there's a few wires that go to the back, for the lights and stuff. There's an auxiliary battery back there, but those two wires I can just, pull back that way. And the other wires, I don't even think I'm going to replace them all the way back. I'm just going to give myself a good tail on both ends and then splice all that together. I mean, how many wires can it be? 20 wires? Instead of like messing around all back there, stringing them all the way back, I'll, carefully solder them together and shrink rack them, and then it will be in good shape. So yeah, I think that's where we're at. And so the next time, probably, because this is going to be boring, like showing you guys all the drilling and everything, but once we get stuff further along, then I'll show you how that process is going to go. And obviously we're going to have to deal with the brakes a little bit here, but honestly I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. So that's where we're at, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.